Blog Talk Radio.
Everybody, and welcome to Charisma's Lounge yet again. This is your host. Well, I am your host, not this. I'm not a this. I'm an I, right? I'm your host, Charisma Chloe, and thank you for tuning in to my show. I'm going to introduce you guys yet again to my lovely co-hosts, Miss Bunny and Miss Yaya. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hello.
How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's an awesome day, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the
Happy
Father's
Day.
Most definitely Happy Father's Day, and I want to say Happy Father's Day to my daddy. I hope you enjoy your day. I'm going to cook for him later, so he's been sitting around smiling because he doesn't have to do anything around the house.
That's right. Get your grub on, Pops. That's what it's about.
Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying your dads today, and everybody listening out there, enjoy your dads. If he's no longer with you, go visit him, where he rests, or if that's not your thing, then, just ask God to take care of him, and it's all good, right?
There it is.
Right.
So this is going to be an interesting show today. I've had a few people anticipating it. I've been anticipating it, and I know my lovely co-hosts have been anticipating it. So here we go. Today we're going to talk about prostitution. Should it be legalized or should it remain illegal? I was prompted to do this show yet again by an email I got from not a friend of mine, not quite an acquaintance, but I know her. She is somebody that I found really interesting, so I'm going to read her email first and foremost. It says, Dear Charisma, I know you read emails of people with problems that they need advice on, but I don't necessarily have a problem, so to speak, but I think that this is a subject that should be discussed. I'm an attractive 25-year-old woman working as a paid escort. I make $1,000 a night. Damn. Doing what I do. I make $1,000 a night doing what I do, and I enjoy it immensely. I guess I'm ready because I'm so sick of people, particularly other women, tooting their noses up at me for doing what I do. I own my own home, 2 luxury cars, and I live a very comfortable life. I don't think that it's fair to call me immoral for this or for this country to make what I do illegal when there are countless other women and men having sex with multiple people for free and spreading all type of diseases around and nothing happens to them. I get tested every 3 months, and I have a clean bill of health. I love to have sex, and I love providing my clients with a good time, so what's the problem? Please have a show about this because I think it should be talked about. Signed, Lisa. Well. That's okay.
All right,
so,
there it is.
Let's talk about it, okay? So, wow. I want you guys to know my chat room is open, so you can go to the chat. And also, if you have something to say about this out there, you can give me a call, area code 347-539-5053. That's area code 347-539-5053. If you want to call me, go ahead. So I want to start with my co-host. I always start with you guys. What do you think, Miss Yaya, about this here email, or whether or not prostitution should be legal? What do you think about that?
That email is very interesting. I am neither here nor there. I really don't care. I totally agree with her. It's people are doing it anyway, so I just say screw it. I mean, so long as she's getting tested, she's a consenting adult. She's doing what she got to do. She's trying to make that coin. I say, you know what? Do what you got to do, because what you're doing on the street ain't hurting me. So you do what you got to do. Hey, that's where I'm at with it.
So you think that So you basically just, one way or the other, you don't think it should be legal or illegal or legalized. You just like leave it everything the way it is, and just don't touch the girls, or because if it stays illegal, basically she's breaking the law. That's what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, do you think? So are you like leaning towards it being legal, or just leaning towards just let bygones be bygones, and if she gets caught, she gets caught. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Pretty much like a dope dealer kind of thing.
You know what? I think. Oh goodness. I think it should be legal. I don't think I think it should be regulated though. You know, as long as they're in a safe environment, there's some guards, some protection going on. She's getting tested. She's getting checked. She's taking care of herself. I say for her to go for it. And that's what I think.
Okay, so what about you?
I think it should be legalized, but just,
Oh, okay. So what about you, Ms. Buns?
I'm like this. She making her money, do what she do. It's so many things out here that are already legal that shouldn't be, so if the girl is making her money, she ain't hurting nobody, let her do her thing.
Exactly.
And it's like this. Porn is legal. Only because it's in a camera. It's the exact same thing that she's doing.
Exactly.
The only difference is they got a camera and they filming it and selling it to people. I don't see no difference.
There it is.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree, because I always wondered to myself, why is porn legal but being a prostitute isn't legal? I mean, most people would argue that they're spreading diseases, but like Lisa said, I mean, she keeps herself clean. She gets tested. She obviously uses protection. So, she probably uses, she uses protection. She's using birth control. So therefore, there's not going to be any trick babies coming out of her. I mean, I know accidents happen, but the likelihood of that is probably not going to happen. So, I mean, what do you guys say to the question of people thinking that it's going to break up marriages, or husbands are going to start, if it's legal, husbands are going to start going to prostitutes, and because they don't have a risk of going to jail, and people are going to start using them more.
With husbands, if her husband or anybody's husband go to a prostitute, that's an issue they need to face within their marriage. It had nothing to do with her profession. I mean, I'm saying she shouldn't pursue married men, but at the same time, it's that man's responsibility to keep his ass at home.
Exactly.
True that. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with Yaya in a sense where I think that it should be legal if it's regulated like porn, as I believe that porn is regulated prostitution. So, I mean, this is actually the only country that prostitution is illegal in. I know it's legal in Nevada, which is not Vegas. A lot of people think it's Vegas. It's not legal in Vegas. It's legal in Pahrump. That's where the Bunny Ranch is and all that kind of stuff. But it's legal there, and they don't seem to be having a problem with it there. It's been going on for years. The owner of the Bunny Ranch or all the other brothels out there, they pay their fair share of taxes. It probably stimulates the economy out there. I mean, who the hell is going to go to Pahrump, Nevada, if they can't get laid, if that wasn't there? Like, who goes there? I never even heard of that until I heard of Bunny Ranch. I don't know about you guys. So I think that it could stimulate. I think it could very well stimulate the economy. I mean, you make it legal, say, for instance, like where I am in California, there are women and men. I mean, when women always get attacked for this, I don't know why, because there are just as many male prostitutes as women. But I think if it's legal, say, for instance, somewhere like here, well, I guess we're not lacking for anybody visiting L.A., but, I mean, people would come here more and more, and the state would make money, right? So if it's legal, say, for instance, where, in Chicago, where Ms. Bunny is, don't you think people will go there, and don't you think it would benefit Illinois, the state of Illinois, and the city of Chicago?
Well, Illinois needs some money now. So, make that work. We kind of broke out here. No.
If you really think about it, it would, because, those people are paying taxes. Can you imagine how much they pay in taxes every year? Because that's fair. I mean, there are people who are going to pay for that, and women who pay for it. They're, like I said, they're male prostitutes. So I think if you're able to be a porn star, you're able to be a stripper, which strippers don't have. Well, some of them don't have sex for money. They don't necessarily have sex for money. So, but they're still selling sex.
Yep.
So I mean, it's kind of a fine line between being. She calls herself an escort, this girl on the email, but we all know what escorts do. Being an escort actually is not illegal in this country, but we all know what they do. But if you say you're an escort, just escorting a man around or a woman around, that's actually not illegal. But you're probably not going to get money just going out on a date with somebody. I seriously doubt that. So they...
Right, but I pose this question. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a man and a woman go out on a date. He pays for dinner. They have sex afterwards. What's the difference?
There it is.
I mean, ain't no money being exchanged, but he paid for stuff, so it's pretty much like he paid for the service, right? What do you guys think?
I totally agree.
I totally agree. And on top of that, there are women and men who actually have sex for things. Like, they're getting their rent. Like, if they have sex with a guy, he pays their rent. He pays their car note. He pays their bills. I mean, he's not physically giving her money, but he's paying for things, and that's perfectly legal. So I honestly don't see the difference. And I think, and this is solely my opinion, but I think much like selling drugs, I think prostitution is illegal because they cannot tax every streetwalker that's walking the street. I mean, of course, if you're going to have like the Bunny Ranch, you're going to be able to tax them, but how are you going to tax Susie walking down Hollywood Boulevard and you don't know where Susie is all the time, at any given time? And Susie's making
her coochie mileage.
Yeah.
The coochie mileage. No doubt the coochie mileage.
That's all they want. They want to put a GPS on the cootie cat.
That's what it is.
Well, one of those marks, like, that they supposedly going to start putting in people. So they say you can track or put LoJack, make them wear ankle bracelets.
I mean, if it's that big of a deal and you need to track them all, just do that.
Because I mean, to me, I think what would be fair that if prostitution, it should be legal with conditions, like Yaya said. Like, okay, if you're not working somewhere in a brothel, it should be illegal to street walk, maybe.
Well, I think if she want to walk on the street and sell it to the crackhead, that's her business. But at the same time, it's like, that's how you make your money. You making $20 a pop. That's on you. You selling yourself short.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's just your standard. If your standard is to walk the street in the alley to get paid, rather than going after the big ballers, to each his own. Do what you do, boo boo. If that's gonna be your profession, you got to market yourself however you see fit. Maybe she got low self-esteem, and Pookie the crackhead is good for her. You never know. You might tell her she's a beauty queen.
And she want to do it in the booth in the dark in the corner over there. I mean.
Yeah, but then again, I guess you can argue the point that if you have a high-powered escort situation, most of the time they don't hire, scraggly-looking girls. So if you're a scraggly girl and you wanna be a hooker, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You're not gonna get hired at some high-class escort place. You're going to have to walk the street, and you're going to have to settle for Pookie the crackhead. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think out there? Give me a call, 347-539-5053. That is 347-539-5053. I really hope we get a couple of callers because our show is going to be a little bit shorter today, so I really hope we do get a couple of callers. So I'm interested in seeing what people think, but if not, I'm pretty sure we'll get it together up in the studio, the three of us. But maybe I don't know. I mean, so Bunny, you're basically just like no holds barred, just leave it, legalize it, leave them alone. If they want to go around, being careless with it or only charging $20. Then let them do so. And
if she want to take minimum wage for her coochie, that's on her.
Hey,
But let her do what
ma'am.
she do. If that's going to bring in income and get some of these chicks up off of welfare, which I'm paying my taxes towards that.
There you go.
Get your ass out there, sell some ass, do something. I don't want to pay for you the rest of my life. Go do something with your life. If that's what you got to do with your life, do it.
Yeah. I honestly think if they regulate it, it's going to be less welfare. It's going to be less diseases being spread. Because you have people, like she said in the email, you have people who go around sleeping with multiple people anyway.
That's true.
Personally, I have a lot more respect for a hooker than I have for a woman that's going around here sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the streets, and she's getting absolutely for it. Nothing at all. Like, and I know women like this. Like, what are you getting from this? I've been with Ed, I've been with Tom, I've been with Harry, I've been with this person. Girl, I've been with 5 guys in the past week or so. Okay, what are you getting out of it, though? Like, you're still...
It's like, what do you got to show for it, you know?
You have nothing still struggling to pay your rent. You still can't feed your kids. You still can't go out and buy food. You still need money. Your car is still broke down. So what are you getting out of this? But you're sleeping with all these guys. It's like, what are you getting out of it? Nothing. So if this girl if you're a person that, I'm not condoning that behavior, but I'm saying if you're a person that does something like that, then at least if you're getting paid for it, you're getting something out of it. Why this girl in this email says she drives 2 luxury cars, she owns a home. I mean, a chick makes $1,000 a night. I mean, I don't know if she's lying about that.
She got some diamonds in her, JJ.
Okay, she's making that coin with her, JJ.
Because she says she, probably... If she works for escort service, they probably get a kick, part of that. I'm pretty sure. Like, that's part of they charge. And she probably gets, like, whatever, $500 from it. But even if you make it $500 a night, I mean, that's a lot of money. And you work 5 days a week, that's pretty good.
And you know what? And also, too, is that a lot of the issues that a lot of women... I'm not even going to say men because I don't hear men complain about it. So a lot of women are saying, that these prostitutes, working women are breaking up marriages and destroying families. And I'm like, okay, slow down. First of all, you cannot blame her for making that coin. It is your dude that's stepping outside the marriage. You could take 50 working girls up off the street and he will smash with a coworker or a neighbor. Yeah. That's something that's inside of him. That ain't like, oh, my gosh, I got to fall in the coochie. Ooh, I got to fall into that right there. Oh, yeah, like, no. No, dude, no. He's going to find it somewhere else if you take all the hookers off the street. So it's not their fault. Mind you, this is not a profession I would let my children do. I'm not going to be like, honey, you shouldn't be a doctor. You need to give up that cooch and make that coin. Of course, like, what parent does that unless you're real thirsty for money? But, I mean, we don't want our kids to do that. But we ain't talking about the babies. These grown women, they out there making that coin, doing what they got to do. Okay, fine. One thing about prostitutes, they never are desperate and approaching the same dude twice. If they're rejected, they're going to find it from 10 other people. So if your dude out there and searching for these chicks, that's something with your dude. They ain't got nothing to do with the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hold her responsible because your man want to smash. Like, come on.
Your man is going to cheat regardless if there's hookers around. Well, there are hookers around, so he's going to cheat regardless to if, well, it's okay for him to cheat with somebody else and that he works with, but, you don't cheat with no hooker. It's all, come on now. That, to me, I think that's a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, there are valid reasons that I've heard before why it should remain illegal, but that's not one of them. A valid reason, because I think that's stupid. I mean, a man or a woman, because we're not just going to sit there and act like it's only men that cheat. They're not going to cheat because nobody's going to cheat because prostitution is legal. They're not going to do it, and just because it's illegal, that's not going to stop your man or woman from going to a prostitute if they want to. So
exactly. It's like some of the stuff is legal. Casinos are legal. Alcohol is legal, but that don't mean everybody has to do it. You do what you want to do. You choose it.
Exactly. I mean, you're worried about somebody's health and you're worried about people's health, but then cigarettes are legal. Cigarettes do nothing. There's no health benefits to a cigarette whatsoever.
There it is.
So
there
and
it's
illegal to smoke 18 packs of cigarettes a day, and people are dying from lung cancer smoking 18 packs of cigarettes a day, and that's perfectly legal. Why? Because they can tax it. How many times have you seen a drug come out, some medication come out, and then 2 months later the commercial's like, oh, it can cause this, that, and the other, all these side effects, death, stroke, blah, blah, blah. How many of those commercials do you see in a day? Probably 10 of them. So
exactly.
all coming up with all these pills. So you're going to sit there and tell me that, it should be illegal because they're spreading diseases. People are doing that anyway. AIDS is being spread. HIV is getting spread. Chlamydia is getting spread. It's still getting spread. I mean, I know people
and
are
most of the time it's not by prostitutes.
Hello?
Exactly, not by prostitutes. So, I mean, people get HIV on porn, say they get HIV just by sleeping with somebody people get HIV from their spouses. So, I mean,
people get HIV at schools. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you can get HIV from your dentist.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, if you're worried about somebody getting the disease, then that's lame. I mean, I just think that's so lame. Like, to be sitting there saying that, it should be illegal because, and then they're saying that young girls are going to strive to be prostitutes. Okay, your young girls are striving to be prostitutes too. And true, there are, and some people feel that, and I think one valid argument for it is, some people do feel that it's going to make human trafficking or girls getting forced into prostitution they're going to make it easier.
I was just about to talk about that.
But to me, when you force anybody to do anything, it's illegal. You can force somebody to get on the ground. If I sit there and tell you, Bunny, get on the ground, and you just willingly get on the ground, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't force you to do anything.
Right.
But if I your head to get on the ground, then that's what makes it illegal.
Right, free will. When you take away free will, that's what makes the stuff illegal.
Exactly.
So, I mean, to me, that's a whole different thing. That's like saying a woman that willingly has sex with a guy that she likes, okay, that's fine, but then if he rapes her, it's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. He forced her to do it. So, to me, that's kind of lame, too. And I did kind of see that person's point when I was talking about this with somebody yesterday. But then now I think about it, I'm like, that's lame, too, because if you force anybody to do anything, that's illegal. You can't force anybody to do anything, against their will. So, I mean, I think they should just leave those men and women alone. And to me, if you want to be unsafe and have unprotected sex and just go around sleeping with all these guys for $20 and you can potentially get HIV, then hey, that's you if you want to do that. But I think leave the ones alone that are trying to be safe and just trying to have a good time. Leave them alone.
And I just want to say something, just so we can clear the air and just make it before people think we're just the three wicked witches of the West. First of all, we do not absolutely at all do not condone prostitution if it is forced, like Charisma and Bunny were talking about. We do not condone it. If a person, or if you are and you're listening, because you could be listening, and if you are a prostitute who is being abused and is being forced, because a lot of the times we don't know the situation. So if you're being abused, you're being forced, you're being hit for you to sell your body, then please find the resources for you to get out. We don't want nobody like, oh yeah, we heard the Charisma's lounge, and you know what, I'm gonna kill myself.
I don't. I do not. And for the record, I have no desire to be a prostitute. I don't think that's
exactly. Just because we saying that, I'll speak for myself. Just because I'm saying I think it should be legalized doesn't mean I promote it.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want my daughter doing it. I wouldn't encourage my daughter. I'm just saying for those women and men who want to do it, and because I was one of the ones for it being regulated. So if you a man or a woman who want to do it, and you say you want to be safe, and there's going to be something like they do in Nevada, and I see nothing wrong with the Bunny Ranch, personally. because, you know, I know a lot of women's husbands go there, okay, fine. But, you know, your husband's going to go there your husband's going to go out and cheat on you if the money ranch is not there. So that's just what he's going to do. If he wants to, if he doesn't want to cheat, he's not going to cheat. If he does, he does.
Exactly. I know husbands that cheat just because they wake up in the morning and get a cheeseburger. You never know. Has nothing to do with prostitution or the bunny ranch. If a man going to cheat, he going to cheat.
He going to cheat.
And ain't nothing you can do about it except leave his ass, but obviously you're not going to leave his ass because you're still there talking about it.
Yep, and same with girls, too. If they going to cheat, they going to cheat.
Exactly.
Don't blame the cross if they cheat.
And I feel the same way. I just feel that they should just leave them alone. I mean, I always said that it's a victimless crime. And a lot of people think it's not a victimless crime because they do bring up the notion of there will be a victim if a marriage is broken up. So I guess I can kind of understand that, but you can't sit there and blame that prostitute because your husband broke up your home. The prostitute, because I always say this about cheaters, it kills me because women do this more than men, and I hate to say that by my fellow sisters, but women do this more than men. They always call the girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
And, you know, and I'm like, why are you calling the girl? Because, A, she may not even know about you. You know what I mean? She may, and even if she does, that woman that he's sleeping with is not the one that's having an affair. Your husband is the one. So your husband is the one that needs to be talked to, not the girl. That girl doesn't give a damn about you. If she did, she wouldn't be sleeping. So she doesn't care if you're crying at home about to blow your freaking brains out. She does not care. She don't get that. That's her job to care. Prostitutes
are not trying to get a background check, and 9 times out of 10 they don't care if you're wearing a wedding ring. You over there, you got the cash. They going to, you know, they gonna do what they gonna do. They're not like, okay, you're married. You got a tan line. You have kids. Can I see your wallet? How many kids do you have? I can't do it. I'm sorry. Prostitutes don't have morals. If that's just what they don't want to do, that's what they don't want to do. Okay, fine. Can't blame them for that. They just trying to make that coin. That sounds just as asinine as if, heaven forbid, one of our family members, you know, has a heart attack, and they ate 12 cheeseburgers before getting that heart attack. So I'm gonna march up to Jack in the Box and blame the cook for killing my dad. Are you serious? That's dumb. That's free will. Free will.
Yeah.
So same with your husband. If he's creeping and want to smash, that's him. Hey, just saying.
Yeah, and that prostitute does not care nothing about your family, your kids, and she's trying to make her $100 or whatever she's trying to make.
Exactly. It's not her job to care about that. Her job is to bang him and leave. She don't get paid to stay with him. She get paid to leave. That's what her purpose is.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, Luz, because I always tell people a person does not pay a hooker to have sex with them. They pay her to leave.
They pay them to keep their mouth shut.
Yep. Exactly. Do what you do and go home.
Peace out.
They don't pay her that day because a man can go have sex with whoever he wants, but they pay her to leave. So, you know, and his wife is not going to, I mean, I hate to say it's a bad thing to say, but his wife ain't going to leave. So sometimes he rocks off and then he wants her to leave. His wife's not going to leave. That has nothing to do. And see, one thing about a man, men could have sex with a woman for 20 years and never have feelings for them. See, I think women are looking more emotional when it comes to sex. But a man can sleep with you for 100 years and have not 1 ounce of feelings for you, remorse, no nothing. They can just get up and be like, yeah, peace out, I'm done with you. I mean, I don't see how they do that, but they can. That's just what they do.
Yeah, I mean, because men detach sex from feelings, and women it's more harder. I mean, that's just like if it's the opposite, the men that's getting paid, like these, they call them cougars nowadays, but it's the same damn thing. They paying men to be with them, spend time with them. It's the same damn thing. They paying
They go
it's
pay
the same thing.
But
they fall in love with them, and then they get hurt because, you know, they want the men to stay. So I guess in a sense, it's opposite for the older cougars that want these men. They paying them to stick around rather than leave. and that's why the man stays. But payment is payment.
Yep.
Payment is payment. I mean, a lot of girls, and I tell people, I have countless men telling me that women don't be paying for sex. BS.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. A lot of women do. They go pay these young, especially older women. They go pay these young men boy toys to just like a 70-year-old is gonna do with a 22-year-old. What is a 70-year-old doing with a 22-year-old? You know, he's paying her. He's giving her money. So a 50-year-old woman is gonna do the same thing with a 22-year-old man that a 70-year-old man is gonna do with a 22-year-old woman. She's gonna pay him to walk around with no shirt on and look at him and shit. You need to shut up and be pretty. That's basically
that's it.
Give me my money's worth. That's what you do. You want your
coin
on
that
today,
coin out the door.
Wear this. That's what you do. Go take a shower real quick. You know, Mama want to watch you. That's what they pay him for.
But yeah, seriously. Mhm.
I mean, it's the truth, and like. You know, and that will be a future show because I will talk about. I think it's in a couple of weeks. We're going to talk about being a gold digger, so that should be interesting. But you know,
she's a gold digger.
Should play that song during the show, huh? But yeah, but I really believe that they should just leave these hookers be. It's just like a dope dealer, a person like you're going to jail because you have cocaine. Okay. Why are you putting this person in jail? We don't have the resources to be putting all these people in jail for these asinine reasons. That's an asinine reason to me. Because if I want to snort coke up my nose and destroy my brain cells, then I should be able to do that, right?
Yep, free will.
Free will. So you're going to put me in jail because I want to kill myself.
Exactly. If I want to take myself out, let me. Damn it.
Okay.
Walk around incoherent and high, which I don't condone because I know some people don't know how to separate. They don't realize when somebody is making a joke. I don't condone drug use. I don't condone selling dope to people and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying, the same thing with the hookers, what I'm saying is I think that they should even leave them alone because they're not making these people do anything that they don't want to do when they sign.
Exactly. And I don't condone drug use either, but weed should be legalized. Yeah, you heard it first, Miss Bunny. That's what it is.
Yeah. I think they should leave them alone. I mean, because that crime does have a victim, but those people get on drugs on their own free will, and I don't care. Like I said, I've never been a drug addict, so I don't know. I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to scratch that because I don't mean that. People get on drugs for different reasons. And I know I've never been on drugs, but I have been, depressed a time or two for just different things. So I know that people get on drugs for different reasons. I'm not going to be cold-hearted about that. I know that. But I'm just saying that making it illegal and the fact that it's illegal is not going anywhere. Just like prostitution. Prostitution is the world's oldest profession. It's been around since the biblical days. I really don't think it's going anywhere. Where is it going? I mean, is it really going to go somewhere? Because it's been illegal for years. Is it really going to go somewhere? Are the hookers really going to be like, you know what, it's against the law? Would they think one day the hookers going to be like, you know what, it's against the law, so I'm just going to stop doing it?
Of course not. Got to make that coin.
They have to make that money.
Let her do what she going to do. Let her do what she going to do. Let him do what he's going to do. If it ain't hurting you or tilting in your household, then leave the person alone. Let them blow Joe Snow blow. Give him brain to dang, dang, dang. Keep it moving. Look, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You want to suck his cock? Do it. But that got nothing to do with me. So long as you ain't up on my husband, then we good. Like, seriously, we good. But other than that, I think it should be legal. Leave them alone. Let them do what they want. They want to give up their body for that coin. Do what you got to do.
We got to say goodbye to Miss Bunny. I'm not sure if she's still there. But
she's still here.
Okay, so we got to say goodbye to Miss Bunny. She got to do what she got to do for her husband, which is treating her very well and very faithful.
That's right. Happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there, and I will catch up with y'all next week. I love you, ladies.
Okay, love you too. Bye, honey.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I mean, I really believe that that they should just leave them alone. So I mean, I think we're agreeing on this. Me, you, and Ms. Bunny, we're agreeing on it being legal and just leaving them alone because I think that's the best thing to do, and I think that if it is, it's going to be better, financially for the state. I mean, I just think that way. People are probably going to think that I'm crazy for saying that, but I just think it's going to stimulate the economy.
Sure.
I think it will. I just think it will, and but I don't know. But this has been an interesting show, and I really hope that we didn't get any callers today, but that's cool. Our show is going to be a little bit short today because I have to go and do some things for my dad, and I know you have to go do some things, but I just wanted to address this because I thought that email that Lisa sent me, Miss Lisa, that's probably not even her real name, but was very interesting, and I just thought we should talk about it. So basically, we seem to be all in agreement that it should be legalized.
I believe it should.
Yeah,
I believe it should, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. And on a final note with that, I just think keep your man satisfied, keep your woman satisfied, just do what you got to do. Like we talked about on the first show, if you need to dress up, be adventurous, be Superman, she could be Mandingo, I don't care. Just make it work in the bedroom, handle it, keep them good, keep her good, and then we all good. But if they want to creep, tackle the problem before they go seek it elsewhere. They seek it elsewhere, don't blame the prostitute, blame the spouse. Just saying.
Exactly. So that should be that's a good idea for an interesting show to talk about cheaters and why men cheat.
God, yes.
Why because men and women cheat for different reasons. So that's going to be something to talk about on maybe a future show. But this show we got maybe about 5 minutes left in this show because we both have to get up out of here. But we really hope you enjoyed it. I did. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I know it was a little shorter than our last show, but our show's going to be they're normally an hour, but today we're kind of short today. So but I do want to thank Ms. Bunny for coming on once again this week, and I want to thank you, Ms. Yaya. Thank you guys so much for doing this. I really appreciate you guys each and every week.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I really hope you guys out there enjoyed it, and I hope you tune in next week where our show will be about sex on the first date.
Oh,
should you do that, or should you not do that? So that should be pretty interesting.
Baby.
So, I really hope you guys tune in for that next Sunday at 4 o'clock. That will be June the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, June
Don't
23rd.
Look at me. I'm the jacked up calendar. I can't do it.
That'll be on June 23rd next Sunday. So at 4 o'clock p.m. Los Angeles time. So as I said before, check your listings if you're not your time zones if you're not in Los Angeles or if you're not in California. So it's different times. So
also,
thank you so much.
Wait, real quick. Make sure to like this, give us thumbs up on Facebook. We are now on Facebook, facebook.com/Charisma's Lounge.
Yes, we are. And we are also
and we're on Twitter.
Twitter.com/Charisma's Lounge. Like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, and be sure to go to if you're interested in my books, I am an author. As I said before, I write erotic romance. So if you're interested in my books, I'm working on my first book right now, which should be done in the next couple. It should be done in the next couple of weeks. It's available. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. My allergies are acting up. I have cats in my house and my allergies, but it should be available. It will be available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. That's going to be available in ebook and also paperback. So if you, yes, both ebook and paperback, it will be available. So if you're interested in reading any of my erotic fiction, you can go to my website at www.charismachloe.com, and I also have a Facebook for my author. This is different from our show page. What we gave you was a show page, but I do have a Facebook. It's facebook.com/author Charisma Chloe. So you can go there and like my page, like the show page, and also go to my website where there will be links to my blog and just all, and to the show. You can listen to the show on there too. So all of this stuff. So I want to thank, once again, Miss Bunny, and I want to thank you, Miss Yaya, and thank all the listeners out there for listening in. Thank you so much. Tune in with me next week. Like I said, our show will be about sex on the first date. So I will talk to you guys later, and all the fathers out there, have a happy Father's Day, and eat, drink, and be merry. Thanks, guys. Bye, Miss Yaya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.